Hey, Scott Ford from Mondoo here. In this quick tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use cnquery to get an asset inventory of your AWS and GCP projects. For this tutorial, you're going to need to have cnquery installed. You're going to need to have Git installed on your local system, and you're going to need to have access to either an AWS account or a GCP project if you want to follow along. So without further ado, let's get started. If at any point during this tutorial you get stuck, the easiest thing to do is to just jump into the Mondoo Slack community. Head over to mondoo.com/docs and click on community and then Slack. Okay, so you should already have cnquery installed on your local system, but if you don't, head over to github.com/mondoohq/cnquery. Here you can find installation instructions for your operating system. You're going to need to have cnquery installed. It runs on Linux, macOS, and Windows. All right, so the first thing you're going to want to do is clone down the cnquery packs project. This is an open source project that contains asset inventories that can be used with cnquery. Head to github.com/mondoohq/cnquery-packs. We'll go ahead and click on code. We're going to copy this. All right, so open up a terminal. I'm going to run git clone. I'm going to clone down the query packs. And next, I'm going to open this up inside of a code editor because it's going to be easier to see. So I'm just going to open up in VS Code. All right, so the cnquery packs are downloaded, are cloned down. We're going to go ahead and open up this Mondoo asset count query pack. So this asset count query pack, what it does is it connects to remote environments, cloud environments. So ESXi for VMware, AWS, Azure, Google Cloud. As I mentioned at the beginning, we're going to be doing AWS and Google Cloud. So I'm going to open my terminal. I've got cnquery installed there. And now I'm just going to execute this scan against my AWS environment. So I'll run cnquery scan AWS and then -f for the file. It's in the extra folder and it's Mondoo asset count. All right, so that scan is now complete. We can see it connected to my account and it gave me a asset count of the number of different resources and services that are running inside of this account. So number of instances and clusters and container instances, etc. If you want to scan another account, you're going to need to update your local credentials, your AWS CLI credentials to point to any other accounts, and then you can go ahead and scan those to get an asset count. So next up, if we want to scan a GCP project, it's cnquery scan GCP project, and then the project name. I know mine, which is Luna Common, and -f, again, extra Mondoo asset count. I'm going to let this run. Okay, so that scan is done now. We can see that we've got an asset count. This particular project doesn't have a lot going on in it, but it discovers all of the various services and resources that are running inside your GCP project. Now, just like the AWS account, if you want to scan another project, you need to make sure that you've got a service account or the proper permissions to be able to connect to that project and scan it. All right, thank you very much for tuning into this quick tutorial. Now that you've got cnquery installed and the cnquery packs project download, be sure to check out some of the other packs that we have in that project. If you look in the core folder of the cnquery packs project, you're going to find a whole bunch of asset inventory, incident response packs, and those packs don't just pull back counts of assets, but they actually pull back data about your infrastructure. So really looking forward to helping you out and see you on the next tutorial.